Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Garrett this morning. This is turning problems into projects. When we use a euphemism, we use a word that is perhaps less expressive or direct, but often less distasteful or less offensive than another. When we say a person has passed away instead of saying he has died, we are speaking euphemistically. In that particular case, it's less than ideal, but euphemisms, properly used, can change one's entire outlook on a situation. My old friend Parky Parkinson reminded me that by changing the word problem to project, we can change our attitude toward the situation. The great Arctic explorer Roald Amundsen said that he and his men could never have gotten through the situations they faced if they had not given them euphemistic names. The light touch. These euphemisms took some of the strangeness, the hazard, the challenge, even the terror out of their experiences. A problem might seem ominous or threatening, but if we call it a project instead, our approach to it changes. We view it as something that has a solution we are engaged in finding. In the same way, we can remind ourselves that our opportunities are often in exact proportion to our problems. Polio was a problem worldwide, but to Dr. Jonas Salk and his fellow researchers, it was a project on which they were working and which they were successful in solving. Cancer is a problem to millions worldwide, but it's a project to thousands of hardworking people in the sciences, and it will be overcome. When we have a pressing problem, and who is without one for long, I think we need to take this intelligent attitude toward it. This is not a Pollyanna attitude, unless you want to call all the people who have been solving human problems for centuries Pollyannas. It is rather a very human, intelligent attitude. Following an operation one time, I had to go back to my surgeon for checkups, which involved a very painful re-examination of the work he'd done. At first I would holler and curse and tell him it hurt like you know what, but he would just smile benignly and say, "No, that's stimulating." It still hurt, but thinking of it as stimulating did something to make the situation a bit less serious and painful, and we could laugh about it. What might seem like a forthcoming problem might be termed an adventure instead. Thinking of the move to a strange community and a new job as an adventure could change one's attitude toward it. And it's our attitude towards something that, more than anything else, will determine its successful outcome. So try changing the words you use for situations normally thought of as bad or threatening or painful to euphemisms, which can give you a more positive outlook. Think of them as projects or adventures and go tearing into them looking for solutions. It's all a matter of semantics and attitude. Problems are a necessary and unending part of living. Our job is to solve them for as long as we can, and solve them we do. How do you react to the problems in your life? Have you ever looked for opportunities that might stem from the problems you face? Can you think of a way to reframe your problem so that it becomes an adventure? These are great questions to ask. Every time you get into what we consider a problem, love the idea of changing it to a project. That way it's something we're working to solve. And that's when the solutions usually come to us. That increases the vibration of the body so you're not stuck at the level of the problem. And the answer never lies at the level of the problem. It always lies at a higher vibrational frequency. So the solution is always the place that is a little bit higher than the problem. And calling something a project will put you in that receptive state and allow you to, recognize opportunities and find solutions. And as he said here, and it's our attitude towards something that more than anything else will determine its successful outcome. So if you remember that we talked about attitude in the past, it's one of the biggest components of looking at your life and being able to, have a better attitude, and changing your attitude, helps improve all aspects of your life. So, in our program, Thinking the Results, working on attitude is a huge part of that part of the program, because in order to change your results in your life, you have to change your thoughts, your feelings, and behaviors, and that's the composites that make up your attitude. So we look at attitude very, very deeply and help people change those. So it's our attitude towards something that more than anything else will determine its successful income. So throughout the day, take a look at the attitude again. Change your problems to projects, get solving them, right, and start living that ideal life. All right, everyone, have an amazing Friday before the weekend. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.